DC will not remain a sanctuary city actively shielding criminal aliens. Will not happen. Under Donald Trump's directive, DC will become safe again and it will become clean again. No longer will you abuse the great men and women of law enforcement. We're going to stand by you, we're going to stand with you, and we're going to protect you. And I think what's happening is it's a combination of an extremely divisive city council. You have liberal judges, you have no cash bail, as you said, you have juveniles running rampant over this city, and you have a Metro Police Department. They want to do their jobs. And we have been out there for the last few nights with all of our federal agencies. Sean, they have been working so hard, working together. We've made 156 arrests, 27 firearms have been seized, child pornographic material has been seized, over 200 fentanyl pills taken off the street, a homicide suspect with a firearm. And we are going to protect D.C. and make it safe again. But, you know, I think the most impactful thing that's happened, despite what we've seen with these crazy protesters out there, citizens are coming out of their homes and they're going up to these law enforcement officers and they're thanking them for keeping them safe and making the streets safe again. An elderly woman walks up to law enforcement and thanks them so she can go to the market again. So they are seeing the impact of what our law enforcement officers are doing under Donald Trump's directive, and they're going to continue to do it. We're going to work hand in hand with state, federal, local officers, and we're going to make D.C. safe again.
Fundamentally, when you have a sanctuary city or a sanctuary state, aren't you, by definition, aiding and abetting in the law breaking? Mm-hmm. And if you are protecting them and not allowing, even though the federal government would have jurisdiction constitutionally, are you aiding and abetting? Are these politicians that are purposely hiding illegal immigrants or not informing or working with ICE, are they themselves guilty of crimes?
Well, and what they're trying to do, they're trying to protect criminal aliens. And what's going to happen if we keep this up? Criminals are going to flee to D.C., and we're not going to let that happen. And that's why, at my directive, we have made Terry Cole now the commissioner over the police. We have made Gaddi Serralto my U.S. Marshal. He runs the entire show, keeping everyone organized, and they report directly to me, and I report to the President of the United States. So, yes, you must comply. You must give the information to our ICE, to our Homeland Security officers. If they have information of an illegal alien living in D.C., they must give us that information. And we are going to stop crime, Sean, in D.C., and we're going to clean it up in this country. And President Trump is committed to that. No longer is that going to happen in this beautiful city where our tourists come, where our residents live. We all live here. We are going to keep it safe. And it's our nation's capital. It's beautiful, and it's going to be beautiful and clean again.
Okay, so she keeps saying we're going to make this place safe again. She needs to stop saying again when it comes to the crime that's in DC or anywhere in the country. No matter how much law enforcement, no matter if you have the military, there will always be bad, evil people that would want and do commit crime. It will always be areas of the city that will not be safe. Police officers can't be every single place on every single corner of every street in every city, in every state of the entire country. It's just not gonna happen. And honestly, we don't want that to happen because that is a full takeover of the government, watching our every single move, babysitting every single American to make sure that we're behaving well in society. This is why it's very important to have good parenting, teaching your kids, starting them young and letting them know to respect the rules and the laws of this country. So when they're old enough and they go out in these streets, they know to respect the laws. They know people are gonna make mistakes, but we minimize that. Rather than not informing these kids and not preparing them for the real world when they get out there and they decide to say, you know, I'm in a video game. I can do whatever I want, and whatever consequences happens, it happens. And then when the time comes and something does happen, it's all over the internet, all over social media in the world, and then you have some people that get their emotional state all amped up and being behind those people. When no, just be respectful in society, contribute, obey the laws, and move on. Grow, come together, come up with ideas, bring your ideas together with other people in the world, in this country, and expand on greatness. That's my opinion, though. That's my opinion.
DC, sanctuary city. LA, sanctuary city. San Francisco, sanctuary city. New York City, sanctuary city. California, sanctuary state. What does this mean in reality for all of these locations, municipalities, states moving forward?
They must comply. Yesterday, I sent out 33 letters to mayors around this country. I think 3 or 4 of them were in California alone, not surprising. I sent out letters to all of these mayors and to the governors saying, you must comply. We want to know what you're doing to comply with our federal government. So we're going to see. I'll let you know how they respond. They have 5 days to respond to me.
Good deadline.
Okay, I want to ask you about this incident where the DOJ employee charged with felony assault after hitting this federal agent with this Subway sandwich. It may not sound like a big threat. What a lot of people may not be thinking of, an agent being assaulted like that, they have no idea what is being hurled at them. And this is now going to be charged as a felony. What message is the Department of Justice now sending people that are attacking agents this way? And what do you say to the people that are tipping off illegal immigrants?
Well, we're coming after you. We've made that very clear. And that guy worked for the Department of Justice. Unbelievable. He came into our office every day, walked by law enforcement officers, worked in the criminal division. That's the deep state that we have been up against. Worked in our office, yet at night, he went out and did that. No longer. He's now a felon, charged with a felony, and he's fired from the Department of Justice. If you touch a law enforcement officer, if you spit on a law enforcement officer, if you batter a law enforcement officer, we are coming after you.
Now I heard about this stupid DOJ sandwich guy that apparently threw a sandwich at law enforcement. And there you saw it in the video. That was the first time I actually saw it. I didn't even want to react to it. I heard about it. But now that I saw it, that guy is a complete dumbass. How are you going to hit him with a sandwich and then run like you're going to get away? This dude was running like he was like, I'm getting away. No, you're not going nowhere. You're going to jail. And you're losing your job that was probably paying you pretty good, a pretty good penny. Now, when it comes to these sanctuary cities, sanctuary states, I mean, you heard it from Pam Bondi herself. The government's not tolerating that crap anymore. We're not under Joe Biden or a president that's going to be okay with letting crime and let criminals do whatever the hell they want in the streets and pulling back law enforcement and preventing them from doing their duties. The American people voted Donald Trump also because he talked about protecting American citizens and what he was going to do about it. Besides the mass deportations, he wants all criminals off of the streets, into jail, or deported into their home countries. And I have a strong feeling that, you know, with some of these cities, LA, DC, there's going to be quite a few other cities and states that are going to feel the wrath of the federal government when they step in and send the National Guard. I don't care what Gavin Newsom says. If California needs to be cleaned up and the American citizens there need to be protected and helped, the real ones, then Trump's going to do everything in his power to help those people. For all these other people that are whining and complaining and want to have that far leftist view of we want crime, we don't care if you're an illegal, you can live here, but not in my house, but you could still live here. And homeless people, you're okay to just be out here and shit on the sidewalk and piss on all over the place. We're all about being clean in this country. We're not going to be a third world country. If you want to have that view and want to be in a third world country, then ship your somewhere else to another country. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. Like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. Till next time, peace out, everybody.